let me go way back. Today, I saw a Reddit post. I don't know if the post was created yesterday or not, but saw a Reddit post about someone who made some news about a new mount that was gonna be like a Twitch drop. But then was reading the Reddit post, and it pretty much was talking about some views that the community has about it. So let's get into it. I'm not gonna read the post. I'll probably like link it or anything or something like that in the description or the pin post comment thing. But it is for the Diablo 4 launch support a streamer program on Twitch. And pretty much it goes from June 5th to July 2nd. And essentially what you will do if you would like the mount, it is a horse, is you would sub to 2 streamers that are a part of their roster of selected streamers to get them out. So you can do like as far as I know, unless they change any stipulations, you can do 2 subs to 1 person or 1 sub here and 1 sub there. As long as it's in the roster of people, then you'll get them out. You'll get the mount in game and you can go on your merry way. Now, pretty much there were only like people were upset. Like I saw the notification because I was checking like after stream. I saw the notification. I was like, "Oh, this is cool. What is this?" And then like I read it. I was like, "All right, yeah, sure." And that's how people got notified. Now, it was a Google form, and what I'm saying isn't anything that wasn't disclosed on the Reddit post, mind you. So, it was a Google form. So, I'm imagining that since it's just a Google form, other people who were not offered this probably filled out the form. What a nightmare. But yeah, it was a Google form, you fill it out, and people first thing people were upset about was, why didn't I get it? That was the narrative, you know?
Oh, boy.
So Pez Radar, Adam Fletcher, who's like they do the community stuff for Diablo, they confirmed in a tweet that it went to those who recently streamed a Diablo title through Twitch notifications. And they did like, because he was getting a lot of questions about it too, and it was like, all right, you might want to check there. If you have your marketing communications from Twitch turned off, you might not have it. So just keep that in mind. It might not entirely be their fault that you don't have it if you want it. If you have your marketing emails off or marketing communications off from Twitch, I know to participate in some of the, like the Black History Month or any sort of special event is what I'm trying to say. Any sort of like special period of time. I know Twitch wants you to like opt into it. So if you don't opt into those sort of things, then you're not going to get any notifications. So obviously you're not going to get selected, you know? Um, but inevitably, seems like people are upset. Some people feel like the mount itself shouldn't be something you should pay for. You should just be able to like watch the streamers for the mount. And then there's some people that feel like this won't benefit streamers that are still growing, that it will only benefit like the bigger established streamers. Some people feel like it's a horrible marketing practice, and I've even seen like the argument that you will be forced, quote quote, to pay to get the cosmetic. So there's a lot of discourse. And what's up, Zio? Hello, friend. But there is a lot of discourse going on about this, and I'm just like, So I did read through, like I said, there was a Reddit post about it. And earlier in the Discord, someone had posted on one of the channels that, why isn't this news? And then it was a picture of like the the Google form and the horse and all that. So I just wanted to like give my thoughts and like hear your thoughts on it because yeah, this whole situation, it's an interesting one. It could set the tone for like how Blizzard handles this sort of stuff. Although mm, maybe it won't set the tone so much for how Blizzard handles this as much as like setting the community's expectations for this sort of thing. So, what bedtime? What are your thoughts on it so far?
Um, well, I don't know how people are reacting to this in the community.
mm,
Um, but I think to me this doesn't really register as a like a buy-in type situation. It registers more like a campaign,
mm-hmm,
and the developer is trying to find some way to facilitate support to its community, particularly its content creators.
mm-hmm,
For me, it registers more as an incentivized call to action. So we give you something if you support our homie. You see what I'm saying? Not like because I don't
mm-hmm.
think Blizzard would get a kickback in that situation at all, right?
See, I don't have like I don't know how the advertisements or whatnot work for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Like I don't see a route that would lead to some of the subscriptions ending up in Blizzard's pocket. I mean, unless they have an agreement with Twitch that if some number of new subscribers are um counted post launch of Diablo during Diablo streams and they meet some kind of quota so they get some kind of a bonus or something. You know, that's in their marketing deal with Twitch, if that even exists. But tinfoil hat aside, it registers to me like they're trying to incentivize the community to support its content creators, in which to me doesn't sound too bad. Um, but I should feel that way, right? As a content creator, I should feel that way. Now, the concerns that people have that it'll only benefit large creators, I think that's legitimate. Because just because they have more people, right? If you have 2,000 people in your chat and everyone starts gifting subs and all that stuff in that one big streamer, then they'll still fulfill the requirement, but it may not permeate through the community as intended. So I see where that concern comes in, but I should also feel that way because I'm not one of the big creators. You know what I'm saying? So um I think that it's a noble thing to try. I understand the concerns, but um if you're complaining because you want the skin and you don't want to sub to be able to get the skin, then in my opinion, you could either just grab another skin, um, from the battle pass or however the heck will be able to get other skins and stuff like that. Or just get your word off. You know what I'm saying? Get your word off. You feel like you don't like it, so on and so forth. You get your word off, and then on the other side of getting your word off, you understand that someone else is going to have an opposite opinion, and then life goes on the other side of you getting your word off. So the campaign is probably still going to happen, and it's probably still going to be successful because people are going to get a whole bunch of new subs anyway. And it would be nice if they kind of like people start to look for other creators to support in such ways. But again, I should feel that way, and I do feel that way. So it's kind of hard for me to be the voice of the people in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, that's pretty much where I
mm-hmm.
stand with it. I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be because Blizzard could have easily just took this cosmetic and stuck it in the battle pass. And then the people who are intending to be quote unquote free to play, because don't quite understand the concept of free to play in a game that you have to buy to be able to play. But for those that will not be supporting the battle pass, we're gonna end up complaining about it anyway. So either we were all gonna get it for free, or Blizzard found this creative way to kind of incentivize people to support their favorite creator. So in my book, as a creator and a spender, it's okay. But if I'm not a spender and I was hoping I'd be able to earn this thing, or maybe I was looking at the different horse cosmetics that were going through on their Twitter posts, and that was literally the one that I wanted, but I can't afford the $10 to be able to do the 2 subs, then sure, maybe I'm tight in that situation. But I would ask that person, how the heck did you buy a $70 game and you can't afford $10 for a subscription to get the skin that you want? But different worlds, I guess. When I was in North Philly and broke, like if I really wanted something, I just saved up for it. But everybody's different, so it is what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. So first and foremost, just to clear the air, he it was already said by Pez Radar as well that there's gonna be like other drops and stuff that are more of what people are used to, which is you just watch and you get something. You know, watch for specified number of hours or whatever, or do whatever and you'll get it. There's gonna be other stuff for that, right? But let me. All right. So here's my opinions. First and foremost, no one is forcing you to pay for anything. No one's forcing you. There will be other mounts, and it was like I just said already said that there will be other drop campaigns for other cosmetics, and this is not the only way that they will do their drop campaigns, if anything. Um, but I think it's cool as a creator that if there's a streamer that you see that you want to support, you can sub to them on Twitch and make their day. I think even if like you want to think about it in a way of how can I spend not as much, you might be able to. I don't know if you can use your Twitch Prime and then like use the other one like to just buy. I don't know. Like maybe you can gift the other one. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, like if someone figures out a way to do it or not, either way, it's cool that you'll get to support creators that you like. If that's your thing. I know some people they just will not sub on Twitch. That's fine. You don't have to. Like, but let's not pretend that this is a brand new way of marketing either. Like there were people that were saying that, oh well, you know, this is horrible and uh Twitch should never do anything like this, or you know, I don't know why the devs would agree to this, or you know, this is horrible. But this is not a brand new way of marketing. Square Enix has done it. Destiny 2 has done it. I believe WoW has done it with a pet. I know Overwatch has done it. And there's probably other examples that I just don't even care to try to look for anymore. But this is not new. So maybe you're a little newer to Twitch. Maybe you're not. Maybe you don't really use Twitch. I don't know. But this is not new on Twitch at all. So, um, beyond the examples of like who has done this type of marketing with Twitch, um, FOMO marketing is something that is not new, just in general, like that fear of missing out. And, you know, it's one of the reasons why there's like different editions of games and you get different rewards, or why limited time coupons or promotions even go out, or even watching a stream for a certain amount of time to get a cosmetic, which is what a lot of people are used to. All of that forms of FOMO, forms of fear of missing out marketing, because you want the item, but it will still cost you, even if the cost is time and effort. That's the thing. So, money is a tool. We don't want to give out that tool needlessly, but there are other forms of currency that marketing um, that marketing wants from you, pretty much. Like for instance, they just announced BlizzCon. So you think they aren't gonna have some sort of exclusive thing for people that attended BlizzCon, whether it's gonna be like BlizzCon panels, or maybe just purchasing the tickets, or maybe even with the way things are now, like digital tickets. Like you, the fact is that people get those exclusive items. Um, is that like in that instance, is that something to scoff at? Like it's for a special event, so it's pretty much the same thing. Even with PSO to NGS, like the stuff that they were giving away at what is it, ArtsCon or whatever, like, and everyone wanted it. It was like the code for the shirt and the other stuff, but people were upset that they didn't get it. Like even that. Now, eventually, like there were creators that did get it, um, got codes and stuff for it, and I mean, furthermore, eventually it came out where like anyone could get it, but it still was one of those things that was exclusive. There was exclusivity to it. Um, so in this case, with the BlizzCon example, the exclusive like item is for a special event. And while some people might think it's more acceptable because it's like a special event, um technically this should be too then because it's Diablo 4 launch. And they've been marketing it like crazy the closer we're getting. So, for the people who feel forced because it's behind a paywall, I say this. You see this thing at the beginning of the lifespan of Diablo 4, and you want it. But I guarantee there's going to be something else that you want just as much, if not more, during the lifespan of this game. There is going to be something else guaranteed. If you're a collector and you want it, well, you got to pay for it because collector's items are always going to cost you something, be it time, money, or some other type of currency. You got to be okay with giving to get. So that's my whole thing. That's my whole spiel on it. Um, yeah, that's my side of the whole thing.
Yeah, I would just add that, like, don't forget the the impact that your support could have on your favorite creators or creators that you could find, even if it is part of a special event. Um, for established creators that do content creation as a career, this is the stuff that keeps the lights on, keeps the person coming back. And for smaller creators, this is what'll put their battery in their back and get them to continue showing up and someday build a community around the content that you already enjoy and help you foster a community that um where everyone appreciates each other and stuff like that. Everybody appreciates the same values and stuff like that. So when you talk about representation, like people trying to find creators that they can relate to, it's little things like that that help those creators stick to the plan and continue to grow. So you may not vibe with any of the big creators. You may not vibe with what we're doing here, but there may be someone at the bottom of the list somewhere that would love those two subs and is the way that they present their content is perfectly tailored to the type of stuff that you like and the type of jokes you find funny and the aesthetic that you like and all of that good stuff. So just something to keep in mind.